Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel and welcome to this yoga for ankylosing spondylitis practice. So if you don't know what that is, it's inflammation of the spine, and I've had a couple of requests to do a gentle practice like this. So we're going to be doing lots of gentle movements and no deep back bends. Those are the things that I've been told that don't work for people that suffer with it. So we're going to start on our back. So come on down. Let's have our feet flat on the floor so the lower back can rest, shoulders nice and relaxed against the earth, letting the knees drop in towards one another. Let's bring the hands onto the belly, close the eyes, breathe in, let it go. Allowing ourselves to feel the support of the earth beneath us today. Feeling how solid and stable it is. Knowing that it can support us. So let's just take a little scan. Let's start at the crown of the head. Working down, noticing how the neck feels. The upper back. The middle back. Going down towards the bigger vertebrae in the lower back. All the way to the tailbone. Allow your spine to rest. Wonderful. From here, we're going to bring our hands either side of our hips. Bring your feet hip width apart. And then have the knees pointing directly up. This is going to be a really subtle movement. I'll actually move my hand so you can see. So take a breath in. And as you exhale, slightly curl the pelvis up. So tip the tailbone up. Good. As you inhale, find the natural arch of the lower back. And as you exhale, round and feel your lower back print on the floor. Lovely. Inhale, arching. Exhale, pressing the lower back down. So continue at your own pace with these very gentle, very subtle pelvic tilts. See if you can keep the hands and the shoulders nice and relaxed. Wonderful. So ever so gently. Great. And then come to stillness. Let's take the feet as wide as our mat. Take a breath in. And then as you exhale, allow the knees to drop to the left. Good. Inhaling center and to the right. Inhaling center, left. Inhaling and over to the right. Good. As you inhale, bring the knees back through center, gather them in towards the chest, and then begin to make some circles here. So just enough to feel a little massage into the lower back. So nothing too exaggerated today, just being really aware and mindful of how you feel. Let's circle the opposite way. And if anything doesn't feel right or it feels too much, totally modify and change it to suit you. So we'll all look different as we move through this practice. Wonderful. From here, we're going to come up to seated. So maybe we find a little rock up and down the length of the spine. And then let's find an all fours position. So hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath our hips. Spread the fingers wide. And then just begin to move the spine, or the chest, in like a barrel movement. So making circles here. And don't worry if they're not perfect. No one is perfect. Just move in a way that feels good. So circling through the middle and the upper back. Good. Circling the opposite way now. You can close your eyes if you want and really feel into the movement. Great. And then let's come back to neutral here. So imagine the crown of the head being pulled forward and the tailbone lengthening back. A couple of cat-cows here. So inhale, drop the belly, lift the chest just as much as feels okay today. And then as you exhale, rounding through the spine, letting the head drop down. Again, just going to the space that feels good. Inhale, dropping the belly, lifting the heart. Exhale, rounding it out in your own pace of breath here. You can close your eyes and really kind of like ride the wave of the breath, I guess. Good. Then coming to a neutral place with the spine now. Bring your big toes together. Bring your knees together. Resting into child's pose. So forehead to the earth, sit bones to the heels. Really feel your belly relax onto the thighs. Good. From here, we're going to walk the hands all the way over to the left-hand side. Keeping the forehead down. See if you can keep your right sitting bone grounded onto that right heel. Breathing into the waist. Just letting the breath do the stretch really. So even though we're putting ourselves into these different postures and shapes, see if you can let the breath do most of the work. So breathe a bit deeper to feel that sensation. Good. Walking the hands back through center and then all the way over to the opposite side. Keep your sitting bones grounded. Forehead to the earth, or if your forehead doesn't reach, you can always grab a block so your neck can relax here. Sending breath and love into that back body. Good. And then walking the hands back through center. Let's come to all fours. Tucking the toes. We're going to find a downward facing dog. So it's an inversion, which is really nice. It's a kind of nice, gentle inversion. We forget that down dog is actually an inversion. So tucking the toes, lifting the seat into downward dog. So maybe we want to keep the knees a little bent and prioritize length through the spine. Spread the fingers wide and root through every knuckle. So you look after your wrists. Little softness through the elbows. Shoulder blades slide down the back. And then just take a little sway of the hips from side to side. You might want to bend and straighten one leg. And yeah, as I say, this is a really nice gentle inversion. So you can even visualize your spine like cascading out from your pelvis. Loosening off through the lower back. Letting the head hang heavy, so even the neck is nice and long. Good. And then from here, walking the feet towards the hand. Bend the knees as much as you need to. And then we're going to take the feet as wide as our mat and come into a yogi squat. So bend the knees a lot. Hands can stay on the floor if you wish. If you want to chill it out even more, you can grab a block or 2 blocks and sit onto that block like so. So this will make your yogi squat a lot more restorative or more supportive. So yeah, if you'd like to grab a block, you can. Otherwise, if your more traditional yogi squat feels good, great. See if you can relax through your glutes. And allow your tailbone to be heavy towards the floor. Wonderful. Let's take a breath in. Take a sigh out. Good. From here, let's bring the hands behind. We're going to come and sit down, and we're going to lower back down onto our back. So slowly, slowly coming on down. Let's bring the knees in towards the chest. Give yourself a little hug here. Nice. And then we're going to allow the knees to drop to the right hand side. So knees drop to the right. Just let them fall. Don't worry if the knees don't stack perfectly on one another. And then take the arms out into a cactus or a T shape. From here, with your left hand, you're going to sweep it or trace it up and overhead, all the way overhead until you come onto your side and your left hand comes on top of your right. Good. Inhale, open up, make it like a rainbow over you. And then circling that hand back around over the top until your palms touch. Make that rainbow. Open up. And then trace the hands over the top. Palms touch. Third rainbow. Take it over the top. And then rest your shoulders back. Take a couple of breaths here. Just allow the breath to massage the spine. From crown to root, root to crown. And then as you inhale, bring the knees back through center. Give yourself a little hug. And let's do the opposite side. So knees drop to the left. Taking the arms out into cactus or T, palms facing up. With your right hand this time, you're going to sweep it overhead. See if you can keep your fingernails kind of tracing the floor overhead until your palms touch. Make that rainbow open up through the chest. Good. Inhaling. Overhead. You can make this nice rhythmic movement. Open up. And you can do these as many times as you want. So if it feels really good, totally give yourself a few more. Let's open up. Third rainbow. Relax the shoulders down. Couple of breaths here. Relax your fingers and toes. Let go of your arms and legs. And then as you inhale, bring the knees through center. Giving yourself a little squeeze here. Give yourself a little hug. Thank you. Thank you for the practice. You're so welcome to lie back and take a shavasana now. Take your final resting pose or coming up to seated. Closing off the eyes. Sit up nice and tall wherever you are. See if you can really feel your roots growing down towards the earth as the crown of the head is growing up towards the sun. Breathing in and letting go. When you're ready, blinking your eyes open. Thank you so much for joining me for this gentle practice today. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please do give it a thumbs up. Share with anyone you think could benefit from it, and I shall see you on the next one. Bye.